गुड मॉर्निंग रेडियो ऑलिव 106.3 एफएम पर मैं हूँ आपके साथ नैना। चल रहा है यहाँ पर आपके लिए गेट सेट गो। और गेट सेट गो पर देखिए, अभी मेरे साथ कोई बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। आपकी हेल्थ जो है ना वो बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, स्पेशली आजकल के टाइम में जहां पर आपको इतनी ज्यादा स्ट्रेस होता है। ऐसे में कई सारी लाइफस्टाइल डिजीजेस जो है, कई सारी प्रॉब्लम्स जो है वो हमें आ सकती हैं। ऐसे में मेरे साथ हैं आज इस वक्त डॉक्टर शीगा नसीम मेडिकल सेंटर से, जो कि हमें बहुत सारी चीजें, बहुत सारे आई ओपनिंग फैक्ट्स जो हैं वो बताने वाली हैं टू टेक केयर ऑफ योर हेल्थ एंड योर बॉडी इन अ बेटर वे। सो डॉक्टर शीगा, अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट यू प्लीज।
Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Shiga Rapai Chariat. I'm an endocrinologist and I've recently started my service at the Naseem Medical Center, Seering Road, Doha. Prior to this, I was affiliated to the Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences and Research Center at Cochin, Kerala, where I did my doctorate of medicine in endocrinology and diabetes, and thereafter I was with the Luth Hospital, Cochin.
Thank you so much, doctor. So, can you tell us a little bit about endocrinology?
So, what is endocrinology? I'm sure that all of you must be aware of the super specialties, cardiology, neurology. So, just like these super specialties, endocrinology is a super specialty. And what does endocrinology deal with? It basically deals with the disorders of the endocrine system. So to improve your understanding regarding the endocrine system, I have to start with the endocrine glands. There are organs in our body or glands in our body which produce hormones. And the hormones secreted by these glands are very important for the vital functions of the body. So these specific glands which secrete hormones are called endocrine glands. And the various endocrine glands in our body, they are the pituitary gland, the thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, pancreas, adrenal gland. So these glands, as I told, they secrete hormones. Any disorders of these glands, either a hyperfunctioning or a decrease in their function, can cause hormone imbalance, and that results in endocrine diseases. So the endocrine system is a system which coordinates the action of all these endocrine glands. And the disorders of the endocrine glands are referred to as the endocrinological disorders.
डॉक्टर शीगा है मेरे साथ फ्रॉम नसीम मेडिकल सेंटर राइट नाउ ऑन रेडियो ऑलिव 106.3 एफएम। चल रहा है आपके लिए गेट सेट गो। गुड मॉर्निंग विद मी नैना। एंड डॉक्टर शीगा जो है उनसे लाइफस्टाइल डिजीजेस जो है इनके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, हम एंडोक्राइनोलॉजी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। और इस वक्त जो है डायबिटीज इज वन थिंग दैट आई बिलीव अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर हैविंग इश्यूज विद। इट्स वन ऑफ दोज लाइफस्टाइल डिजीजेस जो कि काफी ज्यादा स्ट्रेसफुल होती है। सो इसी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। डॉक्टर, कैन यू टेल अस अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट डायबिटीज एंड इट्स फॉर्म्स?
Yeah, so the most common form of diabetes that all of us are aware about, or the general public knows, is the type 2 diabetes. But we also need to know that there are many other forms of diabetes as well. To start with, there's something known as the neonatal diabetes. So this is a form of diabetes that is found in very young age, that is any time between birth to 6 months of age. So this is known as the neonatal diabetes. Then there are other forms of diabetes that is found in relatively younger population, that is known as the type 1 diabetes, which many of us know that is a type of diabetes found in children. And there are two other forms of diabetes which are also found in the younger population, that is known as the maturity onset diabetes of the young, and LADA. It's another form of diabetes called LADA. So these are the other forms apart from type 2 diabetes. And type 2 diabetes, initially there was a concept that it is found only in the older population, but because of the increasing socioeconomic growth and change in lifestyle and an increasing prevalence of obesity, type 2 diabetes is also found in the younger population. Apart from this, the other forms of diabetes, they are the gestational diabetes. That is a type of diabetes that is diagnosed for the first time in pregnancy. And another form of diabetes which is relatively rare, that is rare in the sense it's not rare but many of us don't know about, is the new onset diabetes after any organ transplant, be it like a liver transplant or a kidney transplant.
So doctor, then what is the most common form of diabetes in children? If you could tell us a little bit about that.
So among the children, the most common type of diabetes is the type 1 diabetes. So this type 1 diabetes is basically an autoimmune disorder. Autoimmune disorder means it's not triggered from, it's not something that comes from outside, but our own body produces few antibodies which cause some amount of damage to the pancreas. So in this, what we need to know is that if it is a type 1 diabetes which is confirmed by the necessary lab investigations, this diabetes requires insulin because the body is deficient of insulin and there is no other treatment other than insulin.
देखिए भाई, बच्चों की बात तो हमने कर ली, अडल्ट्स के बारे में अभी बस कुछ ही देर में बात करेंगे, क्योंकि देखिए हमारे बच्चों की हेल्थ जो है ना वो हमारी हेल्थ से बहुत ज्यादा जुड़ी हुई होती है, ठीक है। रेडियो ऑलिव 106.3 एफएम पर मैं हूँ आपके साथ नैना। चल रहा है आपके लिए गेट सेट गो गुड मॉर्निंग, जहाँ पर मेरे साथ इस वक्त है नसीम मेडिकल सेंटर से डॉक्टर शीगा, हु इज टॉकिंग अबाउट एंडोक्राइनोलॉजी एंड अबाउट adult diabetes in specific right now and the kind of symptoms that adults get जो कि आपको ध्यान रखने चाहिए।
Yeah, so the very classical symptoms that is described in the type 2 diabetes is there be increased thirst and increased frequency of urination and there's increased hunger and there is also significant weight loss. So these are some of the things that needs to be kept in mind, but mind you, these things are not just restricted to diabetes. So it's very important that if you get any of these symptoms or if you develop any of these symptoms, you need to seek emergency medical care and you need to consult a doctor so that you can confirm the diagnosis of diabetes, at the same time rule out the other diseases which can also have similar symptoms.
So doctor, how can we prevent the diabetes in adults, or how can we like minimize its occurring in adults?
Yes, that's there definitely, because the change in lifestyle is definitely a reason why there is an increasing prevalence of diabetes. So one thing that can be done is right from an early age, at a younger age, practice healthy eating habits, like definitely avoid junk food and eat healthy, teach children to eat healthy, and also along with the diet also reduce the screen time and encourage more of physical activity.
मेरे साथ है इस वक्त डॉक्टर शीगा फ्रॉम नसीम मेडिकल सेंटर, who is telling us about endocrinology. She is an endocrinologist और ऐसे में ये जो है बता रही है हमें कि endocrinology जो है उसमें और क्या-क्या चीजें होती हैं which should be kept in mind.
Yeah, so apart from diabetes, now as I told you, I gave you a list of all the endocrine glands in our body. So we need to understand that endocrinology is not just limited to diabetes, and the other common disorder is the thyroid gland disorders. It has the disorders associated with, it deals with the disorders associated with the other endocrine glands as well. So after diabetes, the next most common endocrinological disorder is the thyroid gland disorder. So it can be either hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, or presence of a thyroid nodule in the thyroid gland, which is picked up by any imaging modality, or thyroid cancer. Now after thyroid gland disorders, there are also disorders of the pituitary gland. So the pituitary gland is a very small gland, but it is called the master gland of our body, because it is a gland which is situated in the brain and it controls the functioning of many other hormones. So any disorder with the pituitary gland, like a mass in the pituitary gland or a decreased function of the pituitary gland, can bring about hormone imbalance.
Right.
Now these disorders which I mentioned are definitely more common in adults, but there are also specific endocrinological disorders found in children. For example, disorders of growth and puberty. So there can be short stature or excessively tall stature, and pubertal issues like a delay in attaining puberty, or there is early puberty, and even menstrual irregularities, which can be a part of polycystic ovary syndrome. So these are some of the endocrinological disorders in children, teenagers and young women that are specifically dealt by an endocrinologist. Apart from these, there are disorders of the parathyroid gland. So parathyroid gland, they are 4 small glands which is situated in the close proximity to the thyroid gland. Any abnormality with the parathyroid gland can will be manifested as either a decrease or an increase in the calcium levels. The other disorders dealt by an endocrinologist are the disorders of the adrenal gland, maybe a tumor in the adrenal gland, and osteoporosis, where there are weak bones, infertility, and obviously the lifestyle disorders like obesity. And the other disorders are any disorders which result in imbalance of sodium, potassium and magnesium levels in the blood.
गुड मॉर्निंग रेडियो ऑल 106.3 एफएम पर मैं हूं नैना और साथ में मेरी डॉक्टर शीगा फ्रॉम नसीम मेडिकल सेंटर। यहाँ पर इस वक्त गेट सेट गो पे आपकी हेल्थ को हम बना रहे हैं सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट। खुद डॉक्टर की हेल्थ जो है, बिकॉज डॉक्टर्स आर द फ्रंट लाइन वर्कर्स, तो इनकी हेल्थ भी बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होती है। सो डॉक्टर, सिंस यू आर हियर, सो वी हैव द प्रिविलेज ऑफ हैविंग यू। आई वुड आस्क यू, हाउ डू यू कीप हेल्दी एंड हाउ डू you make sure in your daily lives, because I'm pretty sure you also have a very difficult and a very strenuous day as a doctor, and especially at these times. So how do you make sure that you are at the top of your health and you're at the top of things? Because then this is how we'll okay, so the doctor is blushing right now. She's trying to figure out a few things that she can say, but I'm sure that you have your own little health checklist that you do every day.
Yeah, so as she rightly pointed, it is quite difficult to manage everything, especially during this pandemic time, and we try not to venture out and avoid public places a lot. So what I would like to say is that when you have limited facilities, we can still make use of these limited facilities. For example, if you need to make sure that you go for a walk, it's not very necessary that you need to walk in a park or you need to go to a public area to walk. Whatever little space you have, you can definitely utilize that to walk. And there is no such specification that you have to go for a morning walk itself. Whenever you have time, provided you keep adequate gap between your last meal and the exercise, make sure that you're able to go for a walk or do some exercise. And no matter it's not a big deal that you're not able to do it in one stretch. Suppose you planned an exercise session for like 45 minutes. If you're not able to do it for 45 minutes, it's okay. You can at least do a 15-minute session, and then later on in the same day, make sure that you're able to complete your 45 minutes goal. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, as part of this pandemic itself, it's very important that we try to reduce the possibility of getting an infection. So try to avoid the food from outside. Try to eat from home, and eat healthy. Especially encourage your children to eat healthy, because it's always a very a stressful period when children fall sick. It's a stressful period at home when any of our kids fall sick. So we can avoid that by encouraging them to eat healthy. So they will not eat healthy unless we show them that. So we should always set that example. Eat healthy, and at the same time even drink plenty of water. Keep yourself hydrated, even if it is not very we haven't reached the heights of summer yet, but it's very important that you keep hydrated. And these are little ways in which we can make sure that we remain healthy even during this time, with limited facilities, even if we cannot venture out.
Thank you so much, doctor, for all of that information. It was absolutely amazing having you here from Naseem Medical Center.
So thank you, Naina, for having me here, and then for giving me this short slot. I hope the viewers have enjoyed and have got some take-home message, and I hope you can think over it and make use of it.